I'd like to talk about the power of film and about the importance of we as conservatives not merely being critics of culture, not merely about denouncing the left-wing takeover of the culture, but about being entrepreneurs of culture, making culture, if you will, and then also supporting projects to make and advance culture with our values and on our side. I'm actually looking at an essay by a film producer whom I know, although not well, and also a former media executive. His name is Michael Pack. And this is an essay in Real Clear Politics. It's called "You Can't Fight the Culture War Without Making Movies." And Pack goes on to say that, look, the left has achieved cultural dominance, not just by aspiring to it, but by working really hard at it. And they've been working hard at it, he says, for 30 years. They've created a whole infrastructure for their side to flourish in the field of film. They've done it in many other fields as well, but specifically he's talking about films, and he's talking also about documentary films in particular. And he says, you know, if you're a young guy and you're interested in making documentaries, what do? First thing you do is you go to film school. Well, the film schools have been sort of taken over by the left, so they are right away encouraging you, let's make a documentary about climate change. Let's make a documentary about how the temperatures of the oceans are rising. Let's make a documentary where you look at people who have transitioned from male to female or the other way around, and how happy they are and how well adjusted they are. So the film school is step number one. Once you graduate from film school, you want to work for documentaries, and the left has a massive infrastructure, some of it publicly funded through the Corporation of Public Broadcasting, PBS, some of it privately funded. Netflix is funding documentaries, Apple is funding documentaries. Most of the executives who make those decisions are on the left. So what Michael Pack is getting at is that the left-wing guy doesn't have to look very far. You need money? Okay, well, here you've got all kinds of people who are putting in venture capital. They are and so tens of millions of dollars, he says, flows to documentaries. Think of the life of Michael Moore. He wants to make a documentary. He goes to a studio. They're like, here's $10 million. Go make a movie. Michael Moore makes a movie, and then it's like, leave everything else to us. We will have the movie in all the theaters. We will take care of the distribution. We will do all the legal work. We'll book you on The View. We'll book you on Good Morning America, The Today Show, all the various talk shows, Bill Maher, and so on. Your job is just to show up, kind of clear your schedule for a week, and that's it. And I'm thinking of all this and reading about this because I know that what Michael Pack is saying is true. And I'm thinking this is really why it's so hard for people on our side. And this is why I'm also excited that I've gotten into the film business. This is why I keep doing it. I got into it almost by accident a decade ago. And this new film, Police Data, what is it? I think now film number 7, honey? I think the 7th documentary, not counting the feature film that Debbie and I made together called Infidel. And this is, I think, far and away the most powerful of the films. And we've released a teaser. A teaser is not quite a trailer. It's sort of a 90-minute, just a glimpse of what the film is all about. If you haven't seen the teaser, make sure you check it out. It's at the top of my feed on Twitter, on X. What's this? 90 seconds. Did I say 90 minutes? 90 minutes is the length of the whole movie. So, and we're currently working on the full official trailer. The official trailer will be twice as long, probably just over 3 minutes. It'll really give you a window into the film. And the version that we've seen, Debbie and I were virtually speechless. It's awesome. We're going to release it toward the end of this month or the very beginning of next month. Now, the rollout plan for this film, and this is where you come in, because you can support us in all kinds of ways. I mean, the first way is to share the teaser, share it with your friends. And a lot of times when people go on social media, they just hit like. And that's good. That helps a little bit, but it doesn't get the teaser to anybody else. What you really want to be doing is hitting, retweet or retruth. And this way, the trailer, the teaser is amplified to your followers, to people to your friends. And so that's a good way to help us get the word out. That's one thing that you can do. Another thing that you can do is get theater tickets. I mean, the theater is the best place to see a movie. You can see a movie all kinds of ways these days. And I've seen people actually watching a movie on your phone. and that's okay. Sometimes on a plane, I'll see a guy watching a movie. He's got a tiny phone. I'm like, wow, can you actually see anything? But the theater, I make the movies for the theater. They have that grandeur to them. They have spectacular scenes and effects, and we go to a lot of trouble to do all that because to create that theatrical experience. I think it's probably fair to say that we're just about the only people in the country who do that. Even if you watch Michael Moore's documentaries, they're kind of dumb. They're not really made for the theater. They're kind of a clown act. But these movies, and Police State being the culmination of my work, because one of the cool things about a movie is you learn and you get better along the way. So we've bought out hundreds of theaters. And so your job is to get tickets. And you do that, there's only one way to do it. You can't go to Fandango, you can't go to theatrical sites, you have to go to policestatefilm.net, that's the website, policestatefilm.net, and sign up. But I mean, why not buy tickets for your family, round up your friends, go see it. You know, you don't have to buy out the whole theater. We've already done that. What you can do is decide how many of you are going to go, and it can be your book club, it can be your church. You can do a sign-up list at your church, or you can go with your Republican club. It's awesome. The Women's Republican Club of Houston or of St. Louis, go see the film together because one, it's great to see it in the theater, and two, it's great to see it with like-minded people because then you have the ability to talk about what you've just seen, to express your feelings about it, to take a full gauge of what you've just witnessed, and to take a full gauge of the perilous situation in which the country currently finds itself. Vladimir Putin called the US dollar's drop in dominance objective and irreversible as Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa formally agreed to use local currencies in trade instead of the US dollar. Well, this is the first shoe to fall. As demand for the dollar weakens, the buying power of the dollar weakens. And this is why Birch Gold Group is busier than ever. Investors and savers like me are looking to harness the power of physical gold held in a tax-sheltered IRA. Debbie and I buy our gold from Birch Gold. We trust them to help us diversify and protect our savings. Text Dinesh to 989898. You'll get a free information kit on gold with thousands of happy customers, an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, countless 5-star reviews. You can count on Birch Gold to help you navigate transitioning an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. As the US dollar continues to receive pressure from foreign countries, digital currency, and central banks, arm yourself with information on how to protect your savings. Text Dinesh to 989898. Claim your free information kit now.